Hey guys, I'm sure you've looked at upgrading your routers to Wi-Fi 6. And today there's a lot of options out there available, but we're not sure on how to take a look at the differences and we aren't sure how to compare them. Well, today, let's take a look at some of the Wi-Fi 6 routers available to you so that you can make a more informed decision in getting the best value for you. Wi-Fi 6 is the new standard if you want to live your best digital life at home. You get faster speeds, you connect to more devices, and you save on battery from those devices versus Wi-Fi 5. If you want to know more about Wi-Fi 6, you can take a look at our previous video regarding this topic, so I'll just link that down below. So we have a couple routers here, and this one is the RT-AX58U by Asus. This one is also by Asus. It is the RT-AX55, and by NETGEAR, this is the RT-AX40. All right, who doesn't love a good unboxing? I love taking these plastic wrappers off. Comes in a pretty nice box. It's pretty shiny. Take it out of the box right now. So you can see some of the stuff in here. There's a quick start guide, like usual routers. We have the actual router itself, which we'll get into in a minute. We have the charging port, the few of the other adapters, like your 3-point pin and your Ethernet cable to set this up. Ooh. Oh man. The RT-AX40 has a futuristic looking case and it's quite similar to the specs of the Asus AX58U. Both have fantastic tech specs at 512 megabytes of RAM and 256 megabytes flash, which are great for faster speeds as networks are put under more pressure. Similar transfer rates at 2.4 gigahertz and 2,400 megabytes per second at 5 gigahertz. The channel width are both 160 megahertz, which are excellent for congested areas such as HDBs or condos. They are powered by AX3000, which means it can handle up to 3000 megabits per second. And both have USB ports, which allow for connecting your storage devices. All right, let's unbox this guy, RT-AX58U. So you got installation guides. So we have the standard Ethernet cable, we have the charging cable, and like the RT-AX40, we have the 3-pin adapter. So it has 4 antennas, unlike the RT-AX40, which only has 2. Physically, the RT-AX40 is larger than the Asus AX58U. And that's no surprise, as NETGEAR has always made larger chassis. The top and bottom ventilation ports are a welcome addition and also include a vent grille on the rear for overheating. And most Wi-Fi routers normally just blast the Wi-Fi signals in all directions, which isn't really efficient. But the RT-AX40 supports beamforming plus, which means that this router and the device talk with each other, so that the router can directly beam the Wi-Fi signal to the device, resulting in a much stronger and faster connection. Another important thing to note about the RT-AX40 is that the antennas are very easy to move and they have a very large adjustability angle. Another interesting feature is the ability to turn off all the light in the router, except the power light, which could be useful if the flickering lights bother you. This router also has support for Amazon Alexa and Google Assistant, if that's an important feature. So let's talk about the Asus AX58U now. It comes right after the Asus's flagship, so it's certainly one of the best Wi-Fi 6 models in the Asus lineup. The AX58U sports a more aggressive appearance with sharp angles on the top surface and is pretty compact, which means it occupies less space than the RT-AX40. So if space is a consideration for you, then the Asus AX58U might be the better option. There is a high-speed USB 3.1 port on the back and 8 LED indicators that show the status of the device as well as the network status. Like the RT-AX40, it has a huge amount of ventilation cutouts, so you can get a peek at the large heatsink at the back. So Asus seems to have taken this aspect of heat management very seriously for this device. And there are a couple unique features such as advanced parental controls, eye mesh, and eye protection. So one of the considerations is that it is pretty pricey, but given all the advanced options, it might be worth the extra cost to you. Pretty much the same. We have some quick installation guide and the Ethernet cable. Same thing, we got the charging port with the 3-pin adapter. So all of these routers have the same accessories. The Asus AX55U is the newer offering from Asus, which is cheaper, but isn't necessarily better. The AX55U looks pretty decent, with red streaks running across the top, and typically manufacturers will use red to indicate that it's some type of gaming router. This is not really the case for the AX55U. At first glance, we can see that the non-user-friendly LEDs on the router are positioned in the front area, underneath the protruding top. A minimalist approach, but might not fare really well in life environments. Should you need to check on the router statuses, you would have to position the router in a way where you can see the little blinking lights. The AX55U also features 4 antennas with ports behind and connectors resting beneath it. There is no USB port, so you cannot add any accessories if you wanted. Now let's take a look at this router compared to the first two. As you can see on this chart, the AX55U strips down many of the features and performance upgrades. There's only 256 megabytes of RAM and 128 megabytes of flash, which is a big hardware downgrade, as it halves the amount of available memory for your network to channel through, so network traffic might be slowed down significantly. It also halves the channel width to 80 megahertz, so your device won't be able to access as many channels for optimal performance. By having channels like the RT-AX40 and the AX58U, the 160 megahertz assures more reliability for you to live out your best digital lifestyle. The AX55U is powered by AX1800, which is a lot less powerful from the AX3000. This hindrances the potential speed of your network, so it's not a suitable option for most people, especially for those of you that are streaming 4K, gaming, and have a lot of Wi-Fi enabled devices already. Hence, the RX40 and the AX58U are the best value Wi-Fi 6 routers, and they're just a matter of brand preference and form factor. So the best thing is, ViewQwest is providing both these routers on their website, so you can head to the website down below and I'll link the best promo deals you can get. Hope you learned something today, and I'll see you in the next one.